To watch Premier League action on your mobile now, download the Football Score Center on iPhone or Android. Newcastle earned the first Premier League victory of the season, beating winless West Ham 30 at St James Park on Saturday. Joselu netted the opener on his full Newcastle debut in the first half, finishing into an empty net after Christian Atzis' unselfish square ball. Newcastle grabbed a second with 18 minutes remaining through Ciaran, who rose to head home Mitrovic's fine ball from the right. Newcastle Elliott 6, Michail 7, Lascelles 7, Mbemba 7, Clark 7, Hayden 7, Marino 7, Ritchie 8, Atsu 7, Perez 7, Joselu 7, subs Mitrovic 7, Diamina, Murphy, West Ham Hart 6, Zabaleta 5, Ogbonna 5, Collins 5, Cresswell 5, Noble 6, Rice 4, Antonio 5, ayoze 6, Fernandez 5, Chicharito 5, subs Gouy 8, 5, Lanzini 5, Sacco 5, man of the match Matt Ritchie, sub Alexandar. Mitrovic put the cherry on the cake after rounding Joe Hart in the 86th minute, and the result means West Ham are bottom of the Premier League with no points and 10 goals conceded from 3 games. During a first half lacking in chances, Newcastle eventually took the lead on 36 minutes through summer signing Joselu. After young Declan Rice gave the ball away 35 yards from his goal, Atsu was released through on Joe Hart, before squaring for Joselu to bundle home in front of the Gallowgate end. For Newcastle, new signing Joselu replaced Dwight Gale, while for West Ham, James Collins and Eddie Milson Fernandez came in for Jose Font and the suspended Marko Arnautovic. Joe Hart saves from ayoze Perez at St James Park. Hart was forced into a save early in the second half from ayoze Perez cross-hot, before Javier Hernandez failed to shuffle his feet quickly enough to turn home Aaron Cresswell's parried shot on the rebound from 8 yards. The impressive Ritchie nearly netted just after the hour mark, Hart getting down low to save his 20-yard effort, but the Scot did have a big part to play in Newcastle's second. After wrestling the ball free on the right, Ritchie's fine ball was plumb on the head of defender Clark, who found the net off the far post with a header. Hart did well to deny Mitrovic late on from an angle, but the Serbian got his goal with 4 minutes remaining, rounding the goalkeeper and netting after Perez's deft ball allowed him through on goal. Michail Antonio looks to break through the Newcastle defence. West Ham have lost all 3 of the Premier League games this season. The last time that they did this was in 2011, when they ended the season bottom of the league. This was the 18th time in 79 games that West Ham have conceded 3 or more goals in a Premier League match under Slaven Bilic, including all 3 games this season. Alexander Mitrovic has scored 5 and assisted 2 more in his last 10 Premier League appearances. It's now 22 league appearances without a clean sheet for Joe Hart. Premier League Serie A combined, last keeping one on January 8 at Torino vs Sassuolo. In fact, Joe Hart has conceded 20 goals in his last 6 appearances in league competition. Joselu has now scored in 5 different Premier League matches and has ended on the winning side on each occasion. Slaven Bilic says Newcastle were more physical than West Ham. Rafa Benitez perfect. You will never see something perfect. Great performance. I think the way everybody was working for the team at the end made the difference. When you have this effort from players, fans enjoy and they're even more behind them. When you are working hard, doing well, and score the goal, the confidence is growing. Slaven Bilic, they were the better team. It's very disappointing, frustrating that we played the way we played. They were quicker, better in transition, better onto the second ball, and they punished out mistakes for the first couple goals. Simply wasn't good enough. Rafa Benitez was pleased with Newcastle's performance. We have to use this international break to sort the things out. Everything we need to sort, based on today, we didn't look good with the ball, and we didn't look good without the ball, so it's everything. The pundit Alan McKinley praises midfielder Michail Marino after his performance helped Newcastle to a 30 win over West Ham. He may not have scored, but midfielder Ritchie was the star of the show on what was initially a nervy afternoon at St James Park. Ritchie was the live wire throughout a tense first 45 minutes, and his tenacious closing down of Manuel Lanzini and cross with his so-called weaker foot for Newcastle's second goal was simply superb. Ritchie demanded the ball throughout, and had more touches than any other player 54, while testing West Ham's defence with 10 crosses and 2 to the box. What's next? After the international break, Newcastle go to Swansea on September 10th for Super Sunday. West Ham host Huddersfield on Monday Night Football on September 11th, live on Sky Sports Premier League. If you are using skysports.com, you can comment below to get involved in the debate, but please adhere to our house rules. If you wish to report any comment, simply click on the down arrow next to the offending comment and click report.